everybody, today I'm going to be doing a video on the Sleek Colour Corrector palette, recently released in the UK. I'm going to be doing some swatches on fair and medium skin tones and also doing a little bit of a demonstration. So if you want to see a little bit more about this palette and learn a bit more, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I had a little play with this the other day and I think the best way to apply it is with your fingers, so you can kind of blend it out. You can also use a beauty blender once you've got it on to kind of sort of dot on it and kind of blend it out further. But for the purpose of this video I'm just going to use my fingers, and I have primed my face but that is it, so I apologise. So anyway, let's get on. I want to try and use as many colours out of here as possible. The only colour that is really not usable for me is the orange one, and that's just because that is more meant for sort of under eye circles, for darker skin tones, and I'm really fair, so I don't see me getting any use out of the orange one whatsoever, but the other 5 shades I will definitely get use out of. I will I will include a little bit of video footage at the end of swatches of these so you can kind of see what they look like on my skin. I'm very fair, and I'll also grab Alec and do some swatches on his because he's more of a medium skin tone, and then you can kind of see what it looks like on 2 different skin tones. So anyway, let's get on with it. So green cancels out redness, and I'm going to do that first. So I do have some spots that are healing and stuff like that, and I do have rosacea, mainly on my nose and on my cheek area. So you can see I've got quite a bit of rosacea going on there. So I'm just going to use it. It's very, very creamy and it is reasonably pigmented. So first I just kind of want to get the product on in the areas where I need it, which I've got a little breakout up on my forehead at the moment that is just clearing up. And I got this from Superdrug. Superdrug, I had it on offer for $6.99. It wasn't in the 3 for 2 on the makeup when it was on offer at $6.99. I don't know if it's still on offer at $6.99 and whether they've put it in, but at the time I only really wanted to try this. But it's normally going to retail for £7.99. Of course you can buy Sleek from a number of places online, not just the official website. But you can also get it from Superdrug, and you can actually get it from Boots. Now, I've not been in a bigger Boots store and seen whether they actually have it in store as well, but they certainly do it online. And they do tend to have quite a few offers going on. I know that's a lot, but I have quite a bit of redness. So they do have offers with Sleek quite regularly, like 2 for 10. I think Superdrug often has a 2 for 10. Boots sometimes has it, and at the moment I think they've got a 2 for 12. But it's just selected products. Sometimes it's the whole range of products, sometimes it's just selected ones. So it's just kind of keeping your eyes open for the offers. But I have had quite a few things on the offers, which is really great. So I'm just going to blend it out. So looking kind of crazy. Great thing for underneath the eyes is the yellow one, so I'm going to pop some of that underneath my eyes. I don't tend to get like huge amounts of like kind of dark circles, so it's not too bad for me, but I will put a little bit underneath because I do have a little darkness. Straight away that's actually took away any kind of discoloration, so that's quite good. And then pink and lilac I would use for like brightening different areas, because lilac kind of brings up like a dull complexion if you're feeling a bit worn down or a little bit ill. Sometimes your complexion can be a little bit dull, so lilac's really great for that, and pink's always really good for brightening certain areas of the face as well. So I'm going to pop a little bit of pink on. Just going to put that on the chin area. just because I think that when my skin is healing, I always feel like it just doesn't look, I wouldn't say that it doesn't look good, but it just looks quite dull. I don't know. Is that just me? Even though it's technically kind of like new skin, I just kind of feel it's a bit dull. I'm just going to brighten up here. I'm not going to go up to the hairline because I would contour up there, but I'll just brighten on the forehead a little bit. It's starting to look like a bit of a watercolour painting here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of brightening on the tops of the cheeks. And I'm actually mixing pink and lilac together there. And then the blue is for neutralising orange shades or freckles and things like that. What I'll use it for is, I get like a little bit of a hollow there, but it's a little bit different here. And I'm not a huge fan of how it looks. So I'm just going to pop. I like to create a hollow with my contouring products. So just gonna do that. I just think it makes my face look quite uneven. So there we go. What a lovely watercolour effect. So I'm just gonna blend it a little more. But I think that's sufficiently blended for me to put foundation on top of. So now I'm going to put some foundation on, and I'm actually using the L'Oreal Infallible Sculpt. I've really been loving wearing this. With the hotter weather, it's nicer to wear kind of a lighter base, but that doesn't mean that you can't wear foundation. If you need to cover problems, then, you know, foundation is your friend. But I've just found that the Infallible Sculpt is quite a nice light foundation. So rather than wear BB cream, CC cream or a tinted moisturiser, which are nice, but I just find that they don't last so well throughout the day. So when it's a really hot day, those things are very nice on, they look great at first, but I just find that they just don't have the wearability factor of a foundation. And this foundation's really, really light. So I like to use this one. And then I'm just going to pop a couple of pumps on my hand. And I'm just going to use a Sigma brush to blend it in on top of this foundation, on top of this concealer. Right away, I don't know if you can tell, it's giving me really quite a nice even coverage, because sometimes I find what I have to do is, because of discoloration on the cheeks and some of my spots, sometimes what I have to do is kind of come in then and use a concealer or go over the top with more foundation. But with this, it seems to have given like a really good coverage. This is the first time I've kind of used it all over my face. I've only kind of played around a little bit with it. But it's done a really quite nice job of the redness with the spots on the forehead, which I had a massive problem with covering it the other day. I don't know why. They were just kind of denying any kind of coverage. And that's what one light layer looks like. I mean, I haven't even used all the foundations on the back of my hand, and that's like 2 pumps of foundation. I haven't even used it all, and I'm actually really happy with the coverage that we've got going on here. The only spot that hasn't really covered that well is this one here, but I think that I didn't really concentrate too much on that one. I was more going for the ones on the forehead, so I'd probably use a little bit more of the coverage on there. As far as like long-lasting ability of the product, I feel like I haven't used loads of it because a little bit of it seems to go such a long way and blends out really nicely. So if you're using this every day quite heavily, I don't know how quickly you would get through this, but if it helps you and it covers areas and it makes your foundation look a lot better and makes you feel more confident, then I would say use it every day. I'd probably use some things less depending on kind of how I'm feeling. If I'm not very well, I might want to brighten my skin more. If I've got less spots and my rosacea's not so bad, I'll use less green. So I kind of think you just have to play per day on how your skin is and use it, but I really like it. I mean, I did use the green the other day on my cheeks and I felt like it lasted all day. I felt like the application was really nice on top of it. I hadn't used any of the other colours on my face at that point, just the green, and I'd only just kind of swatched them. But yeah, it's really nice. I like it. I think it's got, yeah, I think it's made my base, my foundation base, just look a lot more even than it normally would, because when you've got kind of discoloration on your skin and things going on, sometimes when you actually go and put foundation onto your skin and you haven't prepped underneath, then you can kind of see the different areas where you've got problems, the different parts of redness. Sometimes the foundation won't sit quite as well on different parts of the face, but I definitely think that that has made a difference, so very, very impressed with that. So $6.99 at Superdrug at the moment, will retail for $7.99. I think that's really reasonable for the fact you get 6 colours in there. I also like that it is actually geared for all skin tones because it's got that orange in there. That is no good to me, but I might use it as an eye base. We'll see how it works as an eye base on its own. Just to, you know, I'll put other colours on top and you probably not see it, but might just try it out just for the sake of using it. But I like that they haven't made it so it just kind of fits a certain skin tone. This would work for everybody. The shades are pastel, but they're not so light that they wouldn't work on everybody. They've got enough colour, if that makes sense, because sometimes I've come across colour correctors, particularly the green ones, where they are a little bit too light green, and they're okay, they work, but I think that the slightly darker green just kind of combats that red a little bit more. And now let's do some swatches on some fair and medium skin tones. So right now I'm going to do some swatches on my fair skin. So we've got the green, the lilac and the blue on the top. So these are the first 3 shades. This is the green, the lilac and the blue. Green for conceal and redness. The purple is a nice brightening shade, particularly on my fair skin tone. And the blue is for kind of orange undertones, so for covering freckles and things, but also quite nice I think on dull skin. Then on the bottom we've got the pink, the yellow and the orange. The pink is for brightening, also quite nice on spots for coverage as well. Yellow is for under eye circles, so for any kind of darkness and purple tones. And orange, a lot of people of darker, medium or darker skin tones use this to cover circles under their eyes. That's the only colour in the palette that I won't use, though I might try it as an eye base. And there you go, that's what the 6 colours look like swatched. So that is what they look like on Alex's hand. Slightly darker skin tone than me. So that's my little mini review and demo on the Sleek Corrector palette. Do let me know if you plan on getting this in the comments below, or if you have it and what you think of it. I think it's great to have everything in one palette rather than lots of different ones with different colours. So yeah, that's it for today guys. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe as always. I'm going to love and leave you there and see you all soon. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are and whatever you are doing. Did I already say that? Bye!